Yo, everybody, it's your boy, the Tatum Meister here, with Karate Kid Legends. Alright, so, before I get into that, as always, I always do little mini reviews in my movie reviews now, but this will be for last week's movies, as I didn't do them. I'm not going to do Bring Her Back. I just don't feel that movie's worthy of a review, quite honestly. I'm going to go see it tomorrow, but... Well, this might be posted on the day I'm seeing it. I'm seeing Sunday. What's the day? May 31st. So tomorrow will be June 1st. Yeah. I might post this on June 1st. We'll see. Or, I don't know. Anyway. The mini reviews for this video is going to be Lilo and Stitch. I'm doing two. Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I'm going to make this brief. Lilo and Stitch is a 5.5. It's, yeah. Not much to say about that. I think you've already heard. You already know why. And then Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, I'm going to give a solid 8 out of 10. Not the best Mission Impossible movie, but it is a pretty good finale. I do wish they changed a couple story elements in it, but it worked. I mean, it does the job. I do think it could have been a lot better, but it's pretty dang good. It's got some cool stuff in it. So, now, let's move on to the main topic of the video, which is what I really want to talk about. Karate Kid Legends. So, I've only seen Karate Kid Legends once so far. I saw it last Thursday night, opening night. And, gotta admit, guys, it's pretty dang great. Now, I will suffice by saying it is not as good as the first one. I mean, no crap, nothing's as good as the first one. But, like, I think as a fan of this franchise and a fan of this movie in general, I really enjoyed what they gave us. Karate Kid Legends is a very true love letter to the series and really is a great time. It's by no means the best movie of the year. I still think the best movies of the year are Sinners and Death of a Unicorn. I didn't give those full reviews, but I will give them full reviews someday. Minecraft's also a little better. Same with, what was the third one I gave? I have to remember what the number... Well, there's 4 movies this year I thought were better. I just forgot what the number 3rd one was, but... kind of want to look at what it was, but... I like Drop a lot, too. Drop's like 5. Drop is like right below this one. I can't remember what the 3rd one was. The movie was Final Destination. Yeah, it was Final Destination 6, Bloodlines. That's what the 3rd one was. I don't know why I forgot that. But anyway, so back to the topic of the video. Karate Kid Legends. So, the movie stars Ben Wang, and if you already haven't watched the trailers by now, it's also... the return of Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio from the previous 5 movies. Yes. Well, the only actress that doesn't come back is Julie, played by Hilary Swank. She's not in this one. But does anybody care? Literally, next Karate Kid might as well be irrelevant. And if you're wondering if they mentioned Jaden Smith, Ray Parker in this movie, they do not. But stay tuned for the end of the video for the spoiler section where I give my little crazy theory of why they don't mention him. So, anyway, back to this story of this movie. This is the nonsense. This is the non-spoiler part of the video. I'm not gonna say anything. After I give my rating, I'll spoil stuff at the end. But so, yeah, Karate Kid Legends is a pretty great time. It's briskly paced, which is kind of, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. The movie goes by like a montage. It's basically, yeah, it's fun, but it's also very hard to follow if you're not like, locked in, because it goes by pretty quick. It's a short movie. It's like 90 minutes. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens, so. Basically, the plot is, yeah, Ben Wang has to fight a rival, like in every Karate Kid movie. He plays Lee. Lee has to fight a rival in this karate tournament, but he doesn't know any karate. So, Jackie Chan has to enlist Ralph Macchio's character, who's been in the first 3 movies, Daniel's son, Daniel LaRusso, to help train him. So, yeah, that's where the karate comes in. So, Ben Wang's character, Lee, is the first character in the series to know Kung Fu and Karate, which is pretty dang cool. I like the blend of the styles. It was neat. But, yeah, overall, this movie's really fun. Like, it's also got some pretty cool emotional beats to it, too. It's not all flash and style and fights. It's got some emotional beats to it, too. Ben Wang's characters. Lee is really well handled in this movie. He's arguably the second best Karate Kid in a movie next to Daniel himself. Like, I argue he's better than Dre. Like, Dre was a cool character, but he wasn't, like, the best. I mean, like, he's better than Julie was. Julie's easily the worst. Like, I get why they don't use Julie's character in anything in Cobra Kai or the movies anymore, because honestly, why would you? Like, she has nothing to offer, and she's like just okay. Like, she's not as good as the rest. Not as good as any of the Cobra Kai characters. But I'm not going to talk about Cobra Kai too much because I don't want people that haven't seen the show to get spoiled. This is a review of the movie. But, yeah. I'll talk about spoilers at the end, though. So, as far as the actual movie goes, it's really well done. I think it's really well directed. Jonathan Entwistle. By the way, Jonathan Entwistle, the director, he's done a couple Netflix shows. He did I'm Not Okay With This, and the show I watched, End of the Effing World. I didn't watch all of End of the Effing World, but, you know, I gotta watch season 2 later. But it's a good show, honestly. Did they even make a season 2? I don't know. One of the actors of I'm Not Okay With This is in this movie. He plays Alan. I haven't seen I'm Not Okay With This. But the guy that plays Alan's really funny. He's arguably the funniest character in this movie. And they got a lot of good comedy in this. Like, yeah, just like previous Karate Kid movies, there's a good comedy in this. Yeah. So... yeah, I arguably say Karate Kid Lunch is the second best movie of the series. I know that might be a hot take. I know people are going to say Karate Kid 2 or Karate Kid 5, which Jaden Smith is the best one. By the way, Karate Kid 5 is not the remake anymore. They retconned 5 to be 5. Now, I call it Karate Kid 5 now because that's what it is. But, yeah. I mean, Karate Kid 5 is now part of the main timeline because of Jackie Chan being in this movie. Yeah, guys, the fights in this movie are really cool. There's a lot of cool visual moments. The way that Jonathan Entwistle and the team put the titles and it has this 80s vibe to it, which is really cool. And there's just so many really nice things about this movie that has a nice touch to it. Like, I just don't see how you watch this movie and be like, oh, this movie sucks. Like, I just don't get it because, like, what? Like, it's just a fun, cool, really nicely done movie. Like, they don't really... it's not trying to be what it's not. Like, it's a Karate Kid movie, guys. Like, if you've seen every Karate Kid movie up to this point, if you've seen Cobra Kai up to this point, then you know what to expect. Like, I don't know why you guys expected a Godfather or Sinners or, or something like that. I just don't, like, what the heck were you expecting going into a Karate Kid movie? Like, I don't really get what you guys wanted. Like, I understand the criticism, though. Like, I guess there could have been more scenes with Ralph and Jackie fighting and stuff, because I know everybody wanted a lot of scenes with them. But you gotta realize that the Karate Kid movies have always been focused on the Karate Kid themselves. The Masters have always been in the background. Like, they've never, like, even Mr. Miyagi, with all his cool scenes, he was not the focus, guys. Like, yeah, Mr. Miyagi had some cool fight scenes in the first 3 movies. And obviously, yeah, he's the best master, but it's always been about the kid, like, the main character. Like, it's not really about the masters. Like, I don't know why you guys... like, in Cobra Kai, you can make an argument in Cobra Kai, they kind of split it in half between the masters and the students, but, for the most part in the movies, like, Mr. Miyagi and the Masters have always been kind of, the side characters. They're not really the main character, but anyway. They're important. And I'm not saying Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio aren't important in this movie, but they're not the main character. Like, Ben Wang is Lee, he's the main character. But anyway. Overall, the movie's really good. I like all the cast and all the characters. They're really well handled. Everything's written really well. But like I said, there are some moments where it's like, yeah, I feel like if an extra 10 minutes would have fleshed everything out a lot better. Like, I feel like if you added an extra 10 minutes to make the movie paced a little better, like to flesh things out, this would have been a 5-star movie. Like, I would have put it at number 3 and probably above Bloodlines and Minecraft. The reason I don't put above Minecraft and Bloodlines is because, well, Minecraft and Bloodlines are just better handled and better paced and more fun, But this is still in my top 5, just because I love Karate Kid, and this movie gave me everything I wanted. It was my second most hyped movie of the year, and I do think it delivered on the hype for the most part. Like, the trailers really sold me, and I don't think the movie detracted. Like, yeah, it gets a bit off focus, because there's one scene in the movie that I'll get into the spoiler section, where I feel like they could have, made it... hold on, I gotta do something. They could have made it, like, I feel it does get off focus at points, but, like, when it comes to the story, but I do think for the most part it does hit hard, and there's some really cool emotional beats that are really cool. Yeah, Karate Kid Legends, very great movie. I'm gonna give it a 9.1. Yeah, 9.1. Again, it ain't perfect, it ain't one of the best movies ever. It's not 5-star worthy. And it's certainly not as good as the first one. Like, I still think the first one's one of the best movies ever made. Like, it is, like, almost immaculate. But the reason I put this above Karate Kid 2 is this Karate Kid 2 has a lot of moments where I'm like, eh. Like, I still like Karate Kid 2 a lot. Like, it's definitely the third best movie of the series. The reason I put Legends of Bubba is just because there's just so much fun in this. Like, it's just stylistic. It's directed really well. There's just more to it, I guess, you know? And it pays homage to everything that the series has done. Like, and I like Ben Wang. Again, Lee is such a great character. And, yeah. I like a lot about it. I'd watch it again, for sure. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about this movie without spoiling stuff. So if you don't want to get spoiled, please click off the video now, because I'm going to talk about spoilers before I go. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the main thing and get this out of the way. So there's a mid-credits scene, and, yeah, Miss Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai and from the first Cobra Karate Kid movie comes back in an epic mid-credits series. That was really cool, honestly. A great cameo. Also, there's a little connection between the Han family and Mr. Miyagi's family that I thought that was a cool addition to this movie. There's a boxing sequence, but this is the part I was talking about the movie getting off focus. There's a boxing sequence with this other character, with Lee training the father of his crush. Mia, I think her name is. Or is that it? I think I covered everything. Yeah, he fights the. There's a cool fight sequence in the alley. A lot of stuff that has to do with Lee's brother that was really cool, like an emotional core. Yeah, they fight on a rooftop at the end of the tournament, the final battle of the tournament. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Dre theory. So my theory is that Dre is not in this movie or mentioned because I feel like that something happened. Like Dre, either he died or my main theory, which is, you know, he turned to the dark side. Like something happened, you know. So that's why Jackie Chan's Mr. Han doesn't mention his first student anymore, because, you know, something happened to turn him to the dark side, and he basically went off the grid. So my theory is if they make another Karate Kid movie, like a sequel to Legends, they could bring Dre back as the antagonist to fight Lee, and have Sensei Wolf from Cobra Kai come back as, you know, basically Dre would be the main student of, he would replace Axel, you know, Axel from Iron Dragons, and be the main student in Iron Dragons in the sequel to this. And that way, you could bring in Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai and his students to train with Dre, and yeah, I think it'd be a really cool movie. Okay, man, recording this video has been really difficult, but okay, I think I'm gonna wrap things up before I'm gonna wrap things up. Alright, that's all I gotta say about Karate Kid Legends. I hope you guys go see it. I hope my review maybe convinced you to go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. I think you should. It's a great movie. Now, if you haven't seen any Karate Kid movie up to this point, I don't think it'll be for you as much, but, yeah. I think you should. Yeah, I think that's all I gotta say in conclusion. But, alright, I gotta go. Tatum Ice signing out.